Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Diz Life podcast. I am your host, Mark Valentine, Disney enthusiast, annual pass holder, and DVC member. And as always, I'm so honored that you're joining us today here in the Tiki Room studio to help us live our very best Disney lives. Today, we sit down with the queen of Disney couture, Alicia Haig.
Yes, you got it right. Thank you.
She's going to dish on Disney merch, discuss her amazing Disney wardrobe, and hopefully drop some hot tips on how to get the ultimate shopping experience while you're at Walt Disney World Resorts in Orlando. Just as a reminder, check us out at our website, www.thisdizlifepodcast.com, where you can find all of our episodes from season one. I can't talk today, along with our blogs from our team of contributors. And while you're at it, don't forget, leave us a rating, a review, and subscribe to the show. So I'm super excited about welcoming Alicia to the show from Orlando. Alicia, thank you so much for joining us at this Diz Life podcast. We're honored to have you here in the Enchanted Tiki Room studio. I'm a huge fan, and I've been trying to get you on, but you are very busy. And I joked the only way I could lock you down was, this is a holiday break for all of us pass holders, that we get a few weeks out of the parks. So it worked out for me. I got to sit down with you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So how has it been? Before we get into it, how has it been? Is it hard to be blacked out?
Yes. Every year I debate upgrading. I don't like the summer, so I don't care to go there. It's super, super hot. But during these 2 weeks that I'm off, I'm sitting at home wishing I was at Disney right now.
Well, I saw that you still leverage it because you still are at Springs.
Yes.
I saw your pictures and your videos yesterday from Springs, and you said it was really busy at Springs, but at the World of Disney as per usual. I wouldn't expect anything less, though, I have to say.
No, the shopping has to continue.
And that is a judgment-free statement for me. There are so many of us in the group, in this Diz Life Facebook, that we live vicariously through you.
Aww.
And we just had this discussion too, that's the great thing about a lot of you guys that are in Orlando, that like you post obviously for you because you love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
But a big part of why you guys post is you do post to keep the Disney magic for those of us who live in Pennsylvania. And we have this thing called snow. It does help us kind of help us connect to the parks at large. So we love and appreciate the posts, whether they're fashion posts or the foodie pics. They're always so fun for us and we enjoy them so much. So thank you for those.
Thank you. I love it. I love bringing Disney to people who can't be here, especially this year. It's been so mentally exhausting for a lot of people. They wish they could be here. So I am happy to do it.
I start every single show with the question that I always ask people to say when their Disney lives began. What was it for you? Is there a moment in your life that you remember the start of your Disney passion? That was it a time that you guys went to the parks? Was it a movie that you watched? Or with a lot of guests, they say, listen, I really don't remember. It's just as long as I can remember, it was Disney.
Yeah, so I've lived in Florida my whole life, close to the parks. I remember we went as a family probably once a year. We used to save the little Coke cans. I hate saying this because people know how old I am. But in the back of the Coke cans, you would get like $50 to go to Disney. So we would save those and we would go as a family. And those were such special memories. I remember every time we left the park, my dad would buy us this swirly lollipop. And that was such a great memory because he's no longer with us. So I still tell that story to my nieces and nephews when we leave the parks with them. So it's always been special to me. I always loved the Disney movies. Lion King is my favorite. For my 16th birthday, I had everyone buy me those Lion King toys because that's when the movie came out. The obsession started probably 6 years ago, maybe a little longer, maybe 8, when the Disney announced like the pass holder levels and it was affordable to me. So I got on that. I jumped on that right away. And then my family, I made them all get one. And so now we all go together. It's great. Like my aunts and uncles will come into town. They all have tickets and then we can all just go. We don't have to pay for it because we already have it. it's just great. And then, of course, I got into the Disney merch. So it's a little out of control. I would say in the last 3 years, I've become crazy obsessed with like wanting to be there all the time. I'm single, so I can just go do that. It's my outlet. I love it.
Yeah. Listen, it's only a problem if you admit to it being a problem.
Yeah.
And none people ever say that either. Like I have family members that look at our Disney addiction as a problem, and I'm like, listen, it's not a problem. It's only a problem if I say it is.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's so cool too that it allows you to become the cool aunt.
Yes. Yes.
You and I go back, I don't know, maybe 2 years or 3 years now in various groups, groups, whether Frank's group or whatnot. But I always loved your awesome aunt posts.
Thank you.
You're taking your niece on Everest and,
yes,
kind of like celebrating that event when, family came in and you were like, I'm going to be the tour guide for Disney. So that was really cool to kind of follow those experiences with you on the socials as well. Yeah. But it's funny when I sat down with Dwayne Willie and we talked about classic rides, I didn't think the episode was going to divert into a discussion on like Disney dads and family, but it allowed me to kind of share my Disney life too. And I said, when we were little, we didn't have a lot of money. So like Disney for us, you shared the story with the Coke cans. Ours wasn't Coke cans, but ours were the timeshare presentation that we would per trip, like, cause we could never afford to stay on property. We would stay at like a Days Inn or a Ramada and then drive into Disney. And then we had to, in order to afford, 2 or 3 park days past the one that we would just buy, we would sit through those timeshare presentations. And it wasn't until I was really a teenager that we then really started to, to expand our Disney experience. Because when I was a kid, and I'm dating myself here, there only was the Magic Kingdom in Epcot.
Yeah.
There was no Hollywood Studios. Like I remember opening Hollywood. I remember opening Animal Kingdom. But by then I was a teenager. We had a little bit more money than we did when I was really, really little. We had that one big trip when I was I think it was a freshman in college. If I wasn't a freshman in college, I was a senior in high school. And we took a really big trip. And Linda was my girlfriend. She came along. And that was the one time we splurged and we stayed at Beach Club. But I tell people that was the first time we ever stayed on property. And whenever I go, I always tell my mom and my dad, I'm like, hey, we're staying at Beach Club. And we talk about that trip. So that's the greatest thing about Disney is whether it's a circular lollipop or beaches and cream, there are little things, like there's little touches that just bring you back to a moment in time with family and friends. That's the kitsch of Disney. It's the nostalgia.
Yes, I agree with you. And going back to my nieces and nephews, I want to be able to create those memories with them too. So they get the option of going to Disney every single year for their birthday. I pay for their ticket. It's usually a park hopper pre-COVID. So just creating those long-lasting memories with them is priceless to me. Those are some of my favorite days.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite days are with them, yes.
We bring my niece a lot as well. So she comes with us annually, my goddaughter, Lauren, because people will always ask me, they see the pictures and the 4 of us on Instagram or whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, that's not, Bella is our daughter. But Lauren is in so many Disney pictures because she's kind of become our 4th of our Disney tribe. And I love the same thing. I love having memories with her. And now she's as much of a Disney file as we are. All of her friends like look at her as the Disney connoisseur, which she totally is. Lauren totally is.
So, that's awesome.
And Lauren, that's my shout out for Lauren on the podcast. I don't know if I've talked about Lauren as much as I do. She comes and plays family game night with us. And she wins all the time. And everyone's like, your sister-in-law is really good. I'm like, it's not, it's my niece. My niece knows Disney. She's so good. She's awesome. Really, really good.
That's great.
So, hey, real quick hits before we get into all things shopping. Okay. We talked about this as well. As an annual pass holder, you do parks so different. Piano Rob mentioned the same thing. That you guys, you do like day trips or you have missions. Vicky Mouse said the same thing. You go in with a purpose, you go, you accomplish it, and then you go home. Yep. But like quick hits. So what's your favorite park to go to?
Oh, this one's hard. This is a hard question for me because I love something about each park. Animal Kingdom would probably be my favorite because I love Everest. I whenever I'm down or sad, I want to ride Everest. I think it's such a great thrill ride. I love how it goes backwards. I scream and laugh obnoxiously when I'm on that ride. So I feel like I just want to live my best life. I'm going to Animal Kingdom. I'm riding my favorite ride.
See, I knew that one. So I'm like, I'm already 1 for 1 in Alicia 101. I'm already like 1 for 1. I knew it was going to be Animal Kingdom because of Everest. I was like, I wonder if she's going to go there. Hey, I can't, I don't hate it. It's a good pick. Marina Mouse and I sat down early in the season and we talked about, I want that park to continue to develop and get more love. Like with Dino Land. I know we're getting off the beaten path, but hey, it's a podcast and that's what we do. We talk. I want to see Dino Land get a little love and attention, especially with the Triceratops spin going away. I think they've got to give that area of the park some attention. I think Rafiki's Planet Watch is some really cool real estate that can turn into something like a Zootopia Land.
Yes, it would be cool. Yes.
So I would love to see that park grow. And I think it will after Epcot. I think they're going to come back to AK. I know that Pandora, but I don't think that Pandora was the end of it. I think they're going to keep going. So I hope for you that happens.
Yes, or not, because I like it. I like the park to myself sometimes.
So you did it. So you did too for you. I was going to say ride, which I also knew the answer to. I knew that was Everest.
Yes.
What's your favorite snack?
Okay, so recently discovered the Dole Whip nachos at Disney Springs. I posted a picture recently. I love it. It is so good. It has the Dole Whip ice cream, and then it has the little waffle cones where you eat the ice cream with, and the boba balls. I love it. So I think that would be my top right now, honestly.
So I'm going to probably aggravate a lot of my listeners by saying this. I do not do Springs as much as I should. Again, if I lived close or if I went more, or if I have a long. When we have a long vacation planned, we do Springs. So if I'm staying in excess of 7 days, we always do a day that we go to the Springs.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like we'll hit up World of Disney. And then for the rest of it, for us, I'm sorry to say, again, I'm sorry I'm offending all of you. We view it very much like a mall, a great mall.
Yeah.
But for us, it very much is like a mall. And we have, listen, we're right on the border of New Jersey. Like we're the king of malls over here. Like New Jersey is the hearth of malls. The 80s never died for us up here. Like, I see Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman 84. I'm like, how is this a throwback? This is like a Saturday afternoon for me.
That's great.
But we don't get there as much. So when you posted the Dole Whip nachos, I said, okay, it's time to Springs a little bit better. We got to do Springs a little bit more.
And honestly, I agree with you. I mean, I live here and I don't go to Springs that much. I'll go if there's like an item I want at World of Disney. But honestly, you can probably get it at the parks. I go to the Springs when I'm blacked out. If I'm meeting a friend for dinner, I think they have some good dining there. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, December is a madhouse. It's a madhouse. So I shopped, got my Dole Whip nachos, and I left.
I have a friend of mine went to Disney for the first time last year, a gentleman I work with, and he said he really enjoyed Disney, but he went Christmas week, and he said it was just insane, and I don't know if I enjoyed it. And I said to him, listen, you would probably enjoy it 100 times more not having to fight. You went at the absolute craziest time of the year for them. So it's very hard to gauge your enjoyment based upon that week alone. You should go off peak, and I think you'll have a much better experience because you won't be fighting crowds for every single thing, and he said to be continued. So he hasn't got back. I think he'll go back because he has little kids, and he did have a good time. Yeah. But I've also told him, he's asked me if he should go back, and I said, wait until COVID is lifted. Yeah. We will endure the masks and all the other stuff because we love it so much. Even for us, we said, if it's your first time or if you rely on certain experiences to have it be magical, don't wait. Yeah. Wait until the parades are back. Wait until wait until there's the dining plan. Wait until there's happily ever after fireworks.
Oh,
and we miss them.
I miss it. I cry every time Tinkerbell flies. I cry every time. I love her.
Have you ever done the dessert party?
No.
So if you are a fan of Tinkerbell, you have to do the dessert party in the Tomorrowland Terrace, and we got the position like right underneath her, and the girls like they freaked out, and I'll admit myself too, when she passed overhead, it was amazing. It was very amazing. I don't know if I would pay that every single time to get that experience, but it was pretty cool to have Tinkerbell be, that close, and she's close to you at that point. You can really see every detail of Tinkerbell and her costume, and it was cool. It was really cool. It's a must do. Restaurant is a really interesting one for you because, again, as an annual pass holder, dining is more of a special experience. You guys don't do dining the way that, those of us who take vacations do. But if you had to pick a favorite restaurant, what would it be?
Is it resort or park?
It could be either.
Anyone? I love Artist Point. Like, I loved that interaction with Snow White, with the Seven Dwarfs, and the food was good. Epcot, I love Beer Garden. I love the entertainment, and I thought the food was good there. My number one favorite restaurant is Boma for breakfast. I would go there like once or twice a month just to go to breakfast. I love Boma for breakfast. So there's a couple there's some that I've tried, and I don't make a habit of going to them and sitting down and taking the time to do that. It's like a special thing. If somebody comes into town, we'll go and do that.
Yeah.
There's a lot that I have tried, and they're all pretty good.
Have you done Ohana over at the Poly?
I have not. So I know I get a lot of grief for this. I had reservations in March. March is my birthday, so I had reservations, but then COVID happened. So I finally had reservations, and then COVID happened, and it's not opened back up. So I am bummed.
I know. Listen, I told Sean Williams this. We have had a bucket list to go to Disneyland out in California for forever.
Oh.
This was going to be the first year that we did it, and then COVID. I mean, I'm not heartbroken because I know it's going to happen, but
yeah,
this was going to be the year. And it didn't work out. But you'll get there. You'll get to Ohana. It's so good.
Yes.
It's so good. All right, so here we go. The queen, I call you the queen of Disney Couture. You have an incredible collection, and on Instagram it's at Alicia's Closet, because you show us all of your amazing Disney accessories and Disney inspired outfits. Yes. Always color coordinated, always on point, or as the kids are saying. So I'm going to screw this up. And again, I'm showing my age. Is it on fleek or is it just fleek?
On fleek.
It's on fleek. Always on fleek. So I've officially reached that age, ladies and gentlemen, where the music is too loud. I use modern day expressions inappropriately, or when they come out of my mouth, my niece and my daughter just tell me to stop. It's officially happened. I am old. I have crossed the threshold. So my apologies to our younger listeners. I should never have used that terminology. I apologize to you. She is the queen of Disney Couture. And I wanted to get into the shopping experience with Alicia and say, where should we go, and like really break down and get lots of shopping tips. But you are the queen of Disney style. What would you say in all of your collection? I think I know the answer to this one too, I have to say, but I want to get it out there for our listeners. What are your favorite Disney accessories? What is your prized possession of your closet?
I think it would have to be my ears. Love them. I have about 60 pairs, and I don't buy every single one of them, but I do buy a lot. When they come out, I love them. I have to go grab them. I just love them, and that's how I pick out my outfit, honestly, is by the ears.
By the ears? It always starts with the ears. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. And, usually you can see that it starts with the ears, and then we have earrings, we have the sneakers, we have accessories. Like right now you have the mini necklace on. But it always starts with the ears. That's a hot tip. You heard it first right here, ladies and gentlemen. If the ears don't inspire the outfit, then just don't even go forward with it. I love that. What's your favorite? So of all of the parks to shop in, what would you say every time you go, you're in trouble wallet-wise? What's your favorite park to go in? Because if I go, like, this is the park that I'm gonna make purchases in. I just can't help it.
I would say right now it's Emporium. It used to be Mouse Gear, but they switched that over. It's a quarter of what it is. I can't stand it. It's not big enough for me. But Emporium, I'm definitely spending money there. They have the biggest selection, World of Disney, biggest selection. So I look for those big stores. For jewelry, I love a lot of Rebecca Hook, Chris Liu. I'm going to Ever After. I'm going to Uptown Jewelers. Those are my main stores that if I want something, they always have it. Always.
When there's an exclusive drop, where are you going to first as a hot tip for us?
Okay, so with the main mini attraction, that's been the one this year. This is the tip. Okay, you ready for it?
We're ready.
They come out on the website, and 2 to 3 days later, you're wanting to get a reservation for Magic Kingdom. That's what I've learned. I've been there, and there's no rhyme or reason. I've done it twice, and not meaning to, but I've been there twice. 2 or 3 days later, they release them to the parks, and it's golden for you because those things are hard to get.
So I made classic blunder of shopping that we went to Magic Kingdom, went to the Emporium, and I saw a limited edition Magic Band for the Empire Strikes Back for the anniversary edition. Had it in my hand, said, you know what? I don't know if I want to carry this around all day. I'll come back later in the afternoon. And there must have been 20 of them.
Nope.
Every single one of them was probably picked up by a Disney shopper. And there was probably a personal shopper that purchased all 20 of them. Because when I came back, every single one of them was gone. And the attendants in the Emporium said, yeah, that you just got to grab something when you want to get it, because these kind of items go so fast. If you don't get it, don't walk away from it because it may be gone in 10 minutes. So I learned the hard way, and they're gone.
That would be my biggest tip. I know we talked about that. That would be my biggest tip for people is if you like something, buy it. You can always return it, but buy it, because I have missed out on a couple things just because, like you said, I wasn't sure. I'll come back and get it at the end of the day. I'll see. I don't want to carry it or whatever it may be. Don't do that. Get it and just carry it around. Do what you got to do, but it will be gone. And these personal shoppers, they grab everything. I've literally witnessed it in Mouse Gear one day. A personal shopper grabbed all the Loungeflies, and they were second in line. So if I wanted that Loungefly, I couldn't have gotten it. And so my biggest tip to everybody would be just grab it when you see it, and you could always return it if you change your mind later. But you'll have it. You'll have it.
When you have your hands, and again, if I hadn't been burned, I might feel very differently. But I had my hand on the item. I put it back in the rack, and then a personal shopper surely came by. And then when you see them again for sale on the internet, you then also realize why. Is because the markup is like twice the amount when you see them then on eBay for those limited edition items. And it really pains you because you're like, I had that in hand. That's what's driving me nuts right now with the Disney Funko Pop, with the Walt Disney Funko.
For you.
So I'm a collector. I don't keep them in the box. I put them out for display, and I want that one, but I'm also not going to pay $90 and $100 from a personal shopper who went and purchased it. I do have my limits. Get so aggravated because it's never there. It's a limited edition pop and it's never there. But the funny thing is I have like 6 or 7 people that are texting me that it'll populate in the shop, but you can't check out. There's a glitch going on, or they release like a set number every day and then they just don't update the code. But you put it in your cart and then you can't check out with it. But I have people that are like, it's in the shop, go get it. I'll go and I can't check out.
Oh, such disappointment.
I feel it.
Yes, I know. Right. I checked for you yesterday. I'm like, I'm gonna get the thing for him. I
appreciate all of you that are on the lookout for me for the Funko Pops. Thank you. Thank you to my shopping army out there. Thank you to my shopping army out there. I love you all. What is your guilty pleasure buy that you shouldn't buy it, but you can't help it? The money flies out of your wallet.
Yeah, so it would have to be Rebecca Hook jewelry. She runs about 120 to 150, so it's expensive, especially if I want the whole set. but I love it. I think she's very classy. I actually talk to her on a weekly basis.
That's cool.
But I love her pieces. I wear them outside of Disney. I just feel like they're really classy. She's great. And what I love about her is her return policy. If something breaks, she sends you a new item within the week. So I'm huge on customer service. I will keep buying from you if your customer service is on point. And hers is. She's really proven herself to me. So I probably have 20 pieces from her. I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but every time she comes out with something, I'm like, I need it, and I'm gonna get it.
That's like that's the bat phone. You have her on speed dial. You put like the
I talk to her a lot.
You've got like, it's not like the bat signal. You have like the mouse ears. You put them in the sky, and she knows. It's like, I have to call Alicia.
She knows. Yes. Exactly.
And let's stay over in comic book and Star Wars fandom for a second, since we brought up the bat signal. Not Marvel or DC, but let's go to Star Wars. Hey, we have to talk about your boyfriend, Kylo Ren.
That's my boyfriend.
Did you like the head?
Y'all think I'm single?
So I laughed hysterically because here I put up a picture of Ben Swolo, and you comment, no, give me Kylo, and I loved that. That made me laugh. I laughed out loud when I saw that. You said, no, give me the bad boys. I want Kylo any day over Ben. Do you just love Adam Driver, or?
No, I just love Kylo Ren.
Okay.
I love Kylo Ren. And nobody understands it because he's whiny. But I don't know. I just love him. I just love him. I love the way he is. The only time I really got mad at him is when he killed his father. That's the only time I really got mad at him. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, stop. But
I'm crying on the inside right now.
I just love him.
I'm crying on the inside right now
I was really mad at him.
I haven't forgiven him yet.
We didn't get past it, but we did.
I haven't gotten past it.
But,
I haven't. Yeah. The Rise of Skywalker helped me a little bit when they shared that moment on the moon of Endor, when, thank God he came back in like a Force ghost, and then they made good. But I still haven't forgiven him because Han Solo is my favorite. I mean, a lot of people know that, but I've cosplayed as Han. I love Han Solo. He's my favorite. He's a scoundrel. I love him to death. Yeah. So the fact that he got killed by his own son really just broke my heart. I haven't forgiven Kylo. You expressed your love for Kylo. It's so good. So what Disney character do you think has the best style?
I would say Daisy Duck. I love how she matches, and she's sassy. I love anyone who's sassy. I don't know why. If you ever had any interaction with her, she is a sassy little thing, but I love her style. I love her. I would say Minnie too. Minnie's a close second. I love the polka dots, the Minnie rocks. I love all of it. I tend more towards them than I do the princesses. I'm not a huge princess fan. I don't know why. I do love Mulan, but no, Minnie and Daisy, they rock it. They rock it out.
Okay, so follow-up question. I know you're not a fan. I didn't plan this one. So if you did have a favorite princess, who would it be?
I don't know. That's probably Cinderella.
Okay. I love Cinderella. Merida for me. I love Merida. I just like her. She's sassy, and I love the meet and greet with Merida. It's so fun. Her meet and greet is so fun.
Yes.
The actresses that play her, awesome.
Yes, I agree. Even on the when she goes by on the horse, she's just like, the way she poises herself, she's sassy. I know, you're right. I like her too.
I love her. Yep,
she's good.
Is there a Disney item for you that's a hard pass?
So we talked about it a little bit earlier. It's the Mini Me attraction. I knew from the beginning that I wasn't going to get into it. It was a hard item to find. And then with COVID, it became impossible with the, the eBayers and all the personal shoppers. It sold out in seconds. So I knew from right on that that's an item that I was like, I got to pass. It would stress me out because people collect every single month. I actually only have 1 month, and that's December. I love Decembers. I tried to get the Loungefly. I was actually in Magic Kingdom when it came out. I went through the virtual line and waited 2 hours, and the Loungeflies were sold out. I'm still upset about it. I went on eBay. They're selling for $400, and I'm not that crazy, not yet.
Yeah.
But I do have the ears. I bought a couple of the ears. I gifted one of them. So that's one thing that I was like, I can't do this. It literally drives people nuts. I go on the groups and I read their comments, and I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't get into this, because I would want every month. And it's nearly impossible to get. You have to be at the right place at the right time. And then Disney is trying to get better with it, with their merch pass, but I signed up every month and I've never gotten an email for it. So don't care about it, honestly.
So I like them, but they're a hard pass for me, are the collectible keys. I love them. They're so beautiful and they're so cool.
Yeah.
But there's so many of them out now. So I would be getting into the game so late. And then I know you also know instinctively at that point, you're going to overpay or pay through the nose for the earlier ones just to get them all. So I have that. For me, that's the hard pass. I like them, but I just was like, you know what? In order for me to get into this at an entry level, I know I would have to pay so much money to collect backwards, and I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. So you've given us a few already, but like, what would your hot tip be from Alicia in terms of shopping? What's a secret that you would give us? I mean, you gave us one about the Magic Kingdom always being like the drop spot for those exclusive items. But if you say like, maybe is there one more that you would say, that we haven't gotten yet, or, what is your hot tip or your big secret that you'd love to give us in terms of shopping?
Yeah. So my experience, which really makes me mad because I go every single Friday, New Year's drop Saturday. So I miss it by a day, and then I have to try to figure out how I'm going to get them. So New Year's drop on Saturday, and most of the new merch drops around Sunday, Monday. So I have a quick funny story, because you asked me this before, do I go in the shop with a plan? Okay, so I thought about you yesterday, because I went in the shop. I went into World of Disney with a different plan, and then they dropped these gorgeous Crocs, yellow Crocs, okay? So I have to have every single Croc that Disney puts out, because they really, you either love or hate Crocs, but Disney has really upped their game in the Crocs. And then, this is hilarious too, I didn't know I needed this sweatshirt that matched the Crocs until I saw the Crocs. So the sweatshirt's been out for over a year. Always went past it. I like it. I like the design. Always went past it. But when they came out with the Crocs, I'm like, oh, I need that sweatshirt now. I need it. So that's where Disney gets me, is the matching. I love to match. So if they have the shoes, the matching sweatshirt. I almost even got the matching shirt, because I'm like, okay, Florida, you're going to wear the sweatshirt, the hoodie, a couple times, and then it's going to get hot. So I almost bought the shirt, which I probably will go back next week and get it, just so I have the set. But that's where they get me. That is where they get me.
They know how to get you roped in. I'm a sucker for the retro stuff, as evidenced by my Epcot, my retro orange Epcot shirt that I'm wearing right now. But that's, I said to you on the socials yesterday, when you showed those Crocs, I said, love those. Those are cool, but I love the hoodie because it's got that retro Walt Disney World insignia on it. But Crocs are, once you've worn them, it's like, what's to hate? They're so comfortable. They are so comfortable. I mean, listen, I get it. I get it. There's some people that, from a fashion perspective, they're like, nope, they are polarizing. I get it, but put them on your feet and you'll fall in love. We have a few pairs.
And I feel like Disney's up the game. They come out with sparkle ones.
Yeah.
They've come out with different colors. I wish they would come out with red sparkle, because red just goes with Mickey, Minnie, everything. I really wish I was on their creative team, so I can let them know that this girl wants red sparkle Crocs.
All right, so let's stay in the park. Let's stay in the park of glitz and glamour. Let's go to Hollywood, because Hollywood's all about the sparkle and all about the style. Yes. I like to play this or that. I say don't overthink it. There's no debate. There is no wrong answer. Nope. There's no judgment. It's a judgment-free zone. Your answer is your own. There is no wrong answer, even if it's something that I would disagree with. So I'm going to give you a quick hit, this or that, and you just first thing that comes to mind and the first answer that you get. Ready? Galaxy's Edge or Toy Story Land?
Galaxy's Edge, baby. You know why.
100%. Okay. Starbucks? Starbucks or Joffrey's?
I would say Joffrey's. I don't drink coffee, but I love hot chocolate. I'm a hot chocolate expert, so that's pretty good.
Okay, good call. Churro or Mickey pretzel?
Mickey pretzel.
Okay. This is for Ryan. This is for the Wookiee. No pressure. Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular or Frozen, the show?
Frozen.
Ryan, I'm sorry,
Frozen,
buddy.
Because who doesn't love Ben?
Oh my goodness. I love Ben. He left. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. I follow him on Instagram. I followed him on Instagram, and he's so good in getting in touch with and being real with his followers. And I sent him a little heartfelt message on Instagram saying how much we appreciated him and how we went to go see Frozen because of his performance, that it was a must do. We would always look at the calendar and follow, see when Ben was going to be performing as one of the storytellers, and just let him know as a cast member how much he kind of meant to our family, how much we enjoyed him. And he reached back out and it was a really nice, heartfelt thank you from him. Big fan of him. At Equity Ben on Instagram. Love him. And I love what he does too. I mean, he's a very selfless person. And we have nothing but love for at Equity Ben. I don't think he listens to the podcast, but that shout out is just for the universe and to say how much we love Equity Ben. And then Runaway Railway. Here's the controversy: Runaway Railway or Great Movie Ride?
Great Movie Ride all day.
Wow, that's a hot take. Wow, that's awesome.
I love Great Movie Ride. I love it. I didn't even go on Mickey's until probably 2 months ago because I was so bitter. Now, don't get me wrong. I did like Mickey Minnie's. Like, it was cute, but no, Great Movie Ride has my heart.
I dig that. I really dig that. I like them both. I miss Great Movie Ride. The last time I went on, I teared up a little bit because I knew it was going away because it was nostalgia. I remember as a kid, opening studios as a kid, and I was a movie freak growing up. I love movies. And I loved particularly the end of that with the clip of all of the movies that they would show you in the mock-up movie theater, set to the epic music and all, like to make you appreciate cinema and cinema's role in history. Loved it. So I miss it. But I will say that I always, John Henson and I said in season 1 several times, always trust Disney. If the Great Movie Ride was going to be replaced by something, Runaway Railway I'm okay with it. I've come to terms with it in my heart, but love that. Hot take. Alicia, thank you so much for joining the show. I had a lot of fun. I know that you're going to be,
thank you.
I know a little secret too, that I know you're going to be hooking up with the Wolf and Wookiee on the network as a shopping consultant from time to time. So be on the lookout for Alicia in parks, that she's going to pop up on some of our live streams as a fashion consultant in the Emporium and over in World of Disney or wherever she has found some hot deals for us. And she's going to be bringing us her pure sparkle from the parks. And I just want to say again, we enjoy Alicia's Closet on Instagram. We love your posts and the color coordinated outfits. We love the scoops on all of the items that are out. And we appreciate your fashion style. So thank you for coming and joining us and sharing your best Disney life with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. This was a blast.
And it's never goodbye here. It's always see you real soon.
Thank you.
So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here in the Enchanted Tiki Room studio for another episode of This Diz Life podcast. And thank you to the one and only Alicia Haig for joining the show. Don't forget to head over to thisdizlifepodcast.com and leave us a rating and a review. And we look forward to another amazing episode next week. Please have a wonderful week living your best Disney life. And as always, we hope that your week is filled with faith, trust, and pixie dust. We'll see you real soon.